Hi, my name is Beer, and let's start with Ghost of Tsushima.
Vast open world and intense melee carnage are right up the valley for everyone who likes Witcher games. Ghost of Tsushima is gorgeous. I was playing it for days and had a lot of fun doing various quests, slicing enemies in many pieces and adoring the beautiful nature. And by beautiful nature I mean everything except bears. They hop out of nowhere and show you that you are not the boss here, usually by killing you in one hit. Well, at least when you are still an inexperienced samurai ninja warrior, because later you will become a killing machine nobody can withstand. If you have never played the game, I can assure you that the satisfaction level after clearing an encampment of enemies is very high, especially when you die and then try again and again with various tactics and then finally you emerge victorious. That feeling is legendary. Oblivion Remastered. Well, it's the most obvious thing to play if you like Skyrim or in general any open world RPG games, although keep in mind that this is an old game, just with a new beautiful face, a thing most of us will never have. To be honest, I would be very happy if they had actually redone all the ruins and caves to be, more modern instead of doing a faithful remaster. Now, even if they are shiny and beautiful, the copy-paste feeling walking from one A-lead ruin to another is overwhelming. Devs explained that they wanted to keep the original feeling. I do not agree with this, but despite that, the game somehow works just fine. I played the original 2 times, one when it was initially released and once again when DLC showed up. And with the remastered version I ignored the main quest, because honestly it is very repetitive, and did the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood storyline, and Shivering Isles questline, and I already have more than 60 hours of gameplay, and I can't say that I was bored even once. Well, I am a fan. For me this game is absolutely 10 cold beers out of 10, but I don't know how all of this would feel for a newcomer. But I can assure you that if you liked Skyrim, Oblivion Remaster is just more of the same. Not as modern gameplay wise, but definitely will scratch the itch you have. Fallout 4. Here you can play from first or third person perspective. You can take items that lie around and roam across a big open world in search of adventure, absolutely ignoring the main quest and story. So basically it evokes, at least for me it did, the same feeling of freedom and exploration as the Elder Scrolls games. The main difference of course is the setting. Fallout 4 is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi game. It's filled with mutants and creepy facilities to explore. You can also join various factions and that will immensely influence the outcome of the story. Sadly, they don't have a potato salad faction you could join. That is a shame. The game, along with the third Fallout game, has only one really annoying feature. In both cases I finished the game thinking that I have like 10 or more hours of gameplay left, and it ended absolutely unexpectedly and way too fast. So if you decide to play Fallout 4, keep that in mind. Roam around, do some side quests, do not rush the story. All 3 games, I mean third Fallout, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 are great games. You have all my recommendations. The Precinct. This looks like an old-school GTA game, but it's entirely the opposite. You'll become a policeman and will have to catch all the criminals that misbehave in your city. The action is set in the past. The year is 1983, and the technologies are accordingly old. That is cool, I like when they go full on the details. So here you'll dive into a world of thrilling car chases, sandbox crimes, and a healthy dose of noir as you protect the city and solve the mystery of your father's murder in the line of duty. Developers say that this is a love letter to a classic cop movies, like Lethal Weapon for example. And just like in GTA games, the Precinct combines police sim with sandbox experience. Patrol the streets and respond to callouts to fight criminals. It doesn't matter petty or powerful. Choose your own tactics in chases and shootouts and feel the shifting power struggles of town gangs. I don't know, this may be a gem you were looking for, or at least a nice polished rock. Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. The game was released in 2012, but almost 10 years later it was remastered and sold, the drill, as a new game with a price of a new game. Everyone was raging and giving the game bad reviews, but now it's not a problem anymore. On various sales you can get it with a 70% or even bigger discount. The game itself was designed by the Elder Scrolls Oblivion lead designer Ken Rolston and set in a world with a lore of 10,000 years of fiction created by New York Times bestselling author Rob discovered Salvatore. So this is a huge open world game where you will uncover the secrets of Amalur, from the vibrant cities to the vast regions and grim dungeons. You will have to rescue a world torn apart by a vicious war and control the keys to immortality as the first warrior ever to be resurrected from the grips of death. I must say that even on a remastered version, the age of the game shows itself. It doesn't matter much, but just keep in mind that this is an old game with a new shiny armor. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Let me start with the fact that this is an incredible game truly inspired by the Elder Scrolls franchise and especially Morrowind. I played it as a mage and I really enjoyed it. The spells I casted looked and felt really good. That's because developers added a few tricks that make you actually feel the impact of your spells. Time slightly slows and the sound effect is awesome as well. Also, for any new player, I would recommend playing as a summoner. You will find some items that will let you summon skeletons and other creatures. Just use them and improve your summoning skills. When I played it for the first time, I didn't realize that I can have like 3 skeletons at the same time. And boy oh boy, after I found this trick, that changed my power level unimaginably. Although I made a hero that was a glass cannon. In other words, if anyone even slightly touched me, even with a tip of a dick, I died. But I don't know, I have liked this type of build since my ancient days playing World of Warcraft, where as a sneaky glass cannon warlock I had so much fun in the battlegrounds. Keep in mind that The Fall of Avalon is not AAA kind of game, so the visuals may not invoke your admiration all the time. And although the developers are calling The Fall of Avalon an indie project, it's actually AA+ kind of game. The devs are rich and they pour a good amount of money into The Fall of Avalon, so I can assure you that this is the next best thing after the Elder Scrolls. But keep in mind that the game is really grim. The narrative is dark, the world is creepy, way creepier than the creepiest places of Elder Scrolls. Don't buy it for your 12-year-old son or daughter if you want them to, develop normally. Play it yourself. It's absolutely 10 cold beers out of 10. It's awesome. Dredge. Dredge is not just a fishing game, it's a fishing game with a twist. After dark it becomes a Lovecraftian fishing game. The world around you is teeming with creatures from the void, and when the night sets in, our worlds collide and cosmic horrors enter our realm. Not as scary as your ex-mother-in-law, but still terrifying things. So ideally you want to return to a harbor before the night sets in, so you won't become a dinner for some malevolent demigod of the depths. You can also dock in some safe location and sleep during the night. Of course, it is easier said than done, because the game uses a very cool time management mechanic. If you do nothing, time doesn't move. Like for real, if you just swing on the waves and admire the horizon, you can stay like this forever. But when you start sailing, the timer starts ticking, and at 6 PM Lovecraftian madness starts to settle in. This is a wonderful and honestly kinda relaxing game. Well, except when you go into mangroves. Oh, it's not relaxing at all. Anyway, the game is absolutely 10 cold beers out of 10. A must play. This game is basically a lighter and simplified version of Elder Scrolls. No rotten dead bodies, no creepy experiments, no sex scenes, and somehow a lot of male characters look a bit feminine? Don't let that discourage you. For example, I really enjoyed Avowed, and let me tell you why. The exploration part was really rewarding, and that is one of the main things that makes any open world game enjoyable. You know, if you make an open world with nothing in it, just for the sake of it being open, it will feel empty and dull. But Avowed is not like that. Going away off a beaten path always feels like an adventure, often a deadly one. Another thing I liked very much, and I think it's the main selling point of the game, it's the fights, especially boss battles. They are as dynamic as they can get, and some are hard enough to make you reload a few times, especially if you rush and arrive underleveled. Which will you do, because while collecting some flowers for an NPC, you will find some entrance into the cave and you will be like,
"Oh, what is that? I must check that out."
And after half an hour you will find yourself fighting a giant jumpy spider boss. The biggest flaw of the game, in my opinion, are the cities. They feel dead and empty. Like in every Elder Scrolls game, the towns and cities are the place you want to be, to chat and barter with NPCs, and in Avowed, you just want to get out to the wilds and slay. Sable. Here you'll embark on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, which is a rite of passage that will take you across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes capped with the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. You'll explore the dunes on your hoverbike, scale monumental ruins and encounter other nomads as you unearth mysteries long forgotten and discover what you're hiding behind your mask. The game is single player only and you can already see that it is a work of art. There is a lot in this world just waiting to be discovered and explored. People on Steam are talking that the game is a little bit similar to the Breath of the Wild. The world is open and the amount of quests here won't let you get bored. Sea of Thieves. Are you ready to become most notorious pirate in the world, take hostages and pillage ships for incredible wealth? That is great. If so, you can also try this game and treat it like a pirate simulator for your upcoming life of crime. So here you will explore a vast world filled with unspoiled islands and underwater kingdoms, take on adventures to hunt for lost loot, forge a reputation with the trading companies and battle various foes, from phantoms and ocean crawlers to megalodons and the mighty kraken itself. And you know, after you kill the beast, keep in mind that krakens are very tasty with hot potatoes and lemon. Also here, obviously, you can try your hand at fishing, make maps to your own buried treasure, or choose from hundreds of other optional goals and side quests. And the game itself is not a short one. The estimated time to complete all 60 Sea of Thieves achievements is about 1000 hours. Make sure you have a lot of free time before buying.
And meow. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and subscribe.